Hi, this is Basil Green speaking, and I'd like to say welcome to once again. It's Basil Green again with a weekly review, which takes place every Sunday. And it's good to be back for the new year. It's good to be doing what I like doing, serving you, my community. And I am happy today to bring to you something for you who are going to university. Now, maybe you're not going to university. You might have children that are going to university, or you're just fresh out of high school and now you want to transition into the world of work. Wherever you are listening to this episode, I'm gonna make sure that it goes onto all my different social media platforms. I usually just post it on LinkedIn, but I believe this is very relevant for you who are going into tertiary education. Now, from high school, I know the transition for many is very, very difficult. Some don't have a plan, some have a plan, some decide they're going to take a gap year just to figure things out. And then there are others that have aspirations but cannot fulfill their desires to go to university or whatever kind of tertiary education you qualify for. I'm going to say this here to you today. Many are preparing. Maybe you are one of those people that is preparing or has already finalized everything. I know some colleges are opened for registration for quite a while now, and they are receiving people's money. The students are prepared to do what they had planned to do for the year. Some are returning, some failed, some dropped out, and I am hoping that you are not one of those who had to drop out unless you found something better to do that is going to get you money very, very quickly. But me, I want to go back to university to complete my degree. It's a personal commitment that I have made for myself because I was a person who did not finish things when I was younger. So I said to myself, I'm going to finish this degree no matter what happens. And one of the things I want to also share about is that those who are waiting for NSFAS funding, I was going on Facebook and I was reading the different comments, the different struggles people are going through, the fears that they have, the system doing all kinds of things. And I am saying how difficult it must be for each person that is going through those things. Now, I'm going to say that these people are eager to study, yet we have a system that is failing. Now, some registrations are not closed, some are closing in February. I know I am prepared to go and study at UNISA. I need to pay my student fees, my registration fees, and I decided that once the money comes in, I'm gonna make my payment. As soon as that money comes in, I'm gonna make a payment, and I know I'm still gonna have to apply for credits and be able to apply and see how many credits I receive. And if possible, they allowed me to do an exam for recognition of prior learning. I will also do that. Now, I'm living by myself and my household income isn't that much. So I don't have a lot of money, but I said to myself, if money comes in first time and I'm able to pay, I'm going to do it. Close my eyes and say, I've already planned for this. I am working every single day, sending out content, sending out marketing, and the environment right now. And this is not an excuse. I am just being a person that is being honest with you, my community. that I've been sending out stuff, I've been doing my marketing, and something always has to go wrong. But there are times where I experience victories, and then you get those customers that will make you run around and do a lot of other things. Now, the battles that I have been facing, you see these things in movies, and that's the only way sometimes those people are able to express what is actually going on in real life. I've watched a lot of movies, and I've watched movies where you can see that these things are based on real life, but because of the nature of the trouble that the people are going through, they cannot just go out and say, this is what I am going through. And there are certain things I can just not speak. And I understand that you are one of those people as well. Maybe you are going through difficult situations, but you cannot speak about these things. Why? Because some of them are far fetched. But there are other things that I've spoken about, and I felt that I had to trust God to expose the information. But there are things where I've said, these things I just have to trust the Lord to deal with them without me ever talking about them. So I believe that you are a person that is going to excel. The reason why I'm saying this is because from today onwards, as you look at your life, as you are preparing to go in to your tertiary education, your chosen field that you have decided that you are going to follow, you are going to excel in that. Why? Because you're going to apply yourself to success. You are going to apply the right principles. And I've got a content on my YouTube channel. Then there's other kinds of content on YouTube and blogs, which you can source for yourself. Most of the stuff that you'll find on there is absolutely free. Now, there are things that you can pay for, like buying people's books and applying their principles as well. I've also got books that you can apply. They are not university specific books, but these are life principles that you can apply into your life on a daily basis, which will allow you to overcome obstacles that you face at university and at home and other areas of your life. So I'm going to say this here to you today. As you are going out as a university student, preparing to go and do what you want to do at university, or if you are coming out of university and you have to transition into the workplace, there are specific steps that you have to take. You got to have a plan on how you're going to move from university into the world of work, or how you're going to move from school into the world of work. If you decide you're going to work and study part-time, or you're going to study full-time, you have to have a plan on how you're going to do that and how you're going to execute it. So that is important. I never have a plan when I leave school, and many of the things that I wanted, I desired in my heart, I wasn't able to accomplish. Why? Because I was just doing things randomly without an actual plan to execute every single day. So I've made a mistakes. I've learned from the school of hard knocks. Now, this is not the only school I rely on. I read. I am a reader. I also want to go and study. I've also done short courses. Some are accredited, some are not accredited. Where you get a certificate. Some courses I've done, I never received the certificates, but I retained the knowledge that I received. So there are a lot of things that I've done to help myself improve in my personal development and in my professional development. So it doesn't end there. I am a lifelong learner. I've decided I'm going to learn for the rest of my life. If I don't get the information where I am looking for it, I will go out somewhere else to go and find that information. Why? Because I know that it's important for my life. I want to succeed, and I want to be an example to those who are following me. Everybody got followers. So you have to be an example to those people. This is Basil Green speaking, and I thank you for listening. And I hope you come back another time to It's Basil Green again with a weekly review. And I hope that your month will be prosperous. We've already finished the month of January. We're going into the month of February. So things have already started taking traction during the year. I know some other places are delayed. Schools are only going to be opening up on the 15th. But for some of us, things have been accelerating. Things have been moving fast. We have to be in step with what is happening in our society as well. So we are gonna try and help the students. I know I've got some plans for the high schools where I'm gonna go out there and try and do my best to serve them with what I know and what I can do, so that they are also able to transition from high school into the workplace or into university or into the world of work, whatever they decide to do and however they decide to execute their plans. I will be available to assist high school students as they transition or as they prepare themselves while they're in high school. So, many young people need to learn to have a vision and an idea of what they're going to be doing in the years ahead. I was young, everything was happening around me. I wasn't future focused. I was now focused. So I used to do a lot of things not thinking about the future. Now, I know not all young people are like that, but I find that when I go around and talk to young people, many are only thinking about today. So I'm gonna also extend myself in that area. Now, this is not the only thing I do, but I also want to make it a matter of focus that young people in high schools they receive the kind of motivation, the kind of workshops, and the kind of seminars that I have, and so that they can grow. Now, I'm probably not the only one that's going to be focusing on this. I know there are a lot of other people, but I know that my stuff is unique because I am unique. I have got unique experiences. I don't use conventional wisdom, but I guarantee you that once you apply these things, you shall overcome a lot of areas that you are struggling with. I've had to learn to overcome a lot of difficult circumstances, but I know that what I have inside of me will bless uh, many young people. I'm targeting ages 13 to 35, and I work with all of the people that are around this age group. So I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing, it impacts, it changes lives, and it does a new thing in those people's life. They must move from where they are to where they need to be, uh, and where they desire to be. So I'm gonna make sure that this year these group of peoples are gonna receive. So I'm preparing to do a Zoom talk. It's a webinar, and it's for an hour that I've set aside, and I'm inviting you. It's just 100 Rand a ticket. I guarantee you, you will learn how to be a creative leader. So creativity is needed much. Now I know there are other things that we need, like resilience and all these other things that are very, very necessary for this kind of environment that we're experiencing. So we have to have creative minds right now as we are moving through the pandemic and the many other challenges that were here before the pandemic hit us. So we are dealing with the perfect storm that is here, and we are gonna go through it. It is not gonna swallow us up. So bless you, and I am hoping that as you are preparing to go into university, as you as a parent are preparing for your child to go into university, and workplaces, you are rolling out the bursaries. Many of these young people have received their bursaries. You are working with these kids, preparing yourselves to receive them into the world of work once they are ready to come in, do some work experience, and fulfill their obligations because of how you have invested in them. You want to receive your return on investment. So these people, you are also focusing on them, and you also want to make sure that they are well looked after even during these years, and that their minds are focused. So there's a lot of things that you can do in order to help these young people, and I'm available for that. uh, don't hesitate to call me, and I will make sure that you receive the value that is due to you. Many other people are going to be focusing on these universities, especially those in the universities, the lecturers and other staff that are there, and the other students that are there. I am trusting that everything will go well for you as you are preparing to take these people in. So 2021 isn't going to be a bad year. That the time is ours. We decide how we're going to use that time, and we must make sure that we're using it effectively. Every single day, every human being here on planet Earth is given 24 hours. We choose what we're going to do with those 24 hours. Some have decided during that time in the day they're going to be at university, or they're going to be spending time in their books, so for that particular amount of time, and then once that is over, they have other time allocated for other things that they'll need to focus on. So at the end of the day, each person has made a choice how they're going to spend their time and their day. So it's our time. So it's my time. It's my year. Why? Because every single day belongs to me. I decide how I'm going to do that day. Even those that are gone to work have decided that they're selling their time in exchange for the money that they are receiving at work. So I hope you get my drift and you understand what I am talking about. But I'm trusting that we are going to help you. We are going to help you go from where you are to where you need to be. So keep coming back, listen to my weekly reviews, go on to my YouTube channel, consume all the free information that you have available there on my YouTube channel. Buy my books, consume as much information that you can get out of me. Why? Because many of the things I have learned, I had to go out and get it, and some of the things I've learned through very, very difficult experiences. And I don't want you to go through the trouble that I had to go through while I was growing up. And you don't need to make the mistakes that I made when I was in high school, or when I came out of high school, and I spent many of those years. Those are very critical years for me, for a young person to transition from high school into the world of work. And if you do not do it well, it can set you back for many, many years. So I don't want that for you. And I am hoping that you also are able to succeed as you are moving from one phase to the other. So I work with all three different phases: high school, tertiary, and those in the workplace. So some want to just focus on one, but I've decided I'm going to take the whole batch, the 13 to 35 years old. So this is me, Basil Green speaking. It's Basil Green again with the weekly review, and I am trusting that you will come back to listen to once more. Tomorrow, you can catch me on IGTV. What? It's Basil Green on Fire. Basil Green on Fire. So there I'm going to be speaking words that are going to ignite passion inside of you. You must catch that so that you can be propelled into your week. But I don't leave you just on Monday. So I'm around during the week with other content that I'll be pushing out. And I'm also going to be around on Wednesday on Facebook Live, where I'm going to be doing my straight talk with Basil Green Live. So you must catch me there at 7 o'clock. I'll make sure that I prepare something for you, and you will be able to take advantage of that as well. So it has been nice just serving you with this stuff. I'm gonna prepare more stuff for you. So just take this, use it, do something with it, and go and seek out more information if you need more information. Remember my YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Subscribe to it, and you will get notified. Make sure that you also get notifications so that you can get notified whenever I place new content on there. So I'm constantly creating content so that you can uh, consume as much as you can, and many of it is for free. I've got my paid stuff that you can also purchase as well, but take advantage of the free stuff if you cannot afford to pay, and then so that I can get you to a place where you can start purchasing my stuff and other stuff that you also can take advantage of for other areas of your life. However, if you do want to make an investment, remember to click on the links in the description, and you can purchase my books. Book me for a speaking engagement, and I can come and deliver a speech on responsible leadership. So I talk about that, and I'm just passionate about that's particular subject. Why? Because this thing has been very, very important for my life. When I see that so many years I did not apply responsible leadership in my own life, and I want others to be able to do that since I have learned how to do it myself. So I'm gonna be available for all these other things that I offer. Thank you for listening to me, and I would like to say goodbye.